whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome in here, race fans. It is Monday night once again, and we are back here with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing, right here at the famous Martinsville Speedway. They call it the Martinsville Paperclip as we look down upon this. I'm just going to call it. It looks like two drag strips with two left-hand 90-degree turns, as you can see it right now. This track is beautiful as it's located here in Virginia. Tonight will be the first time ever that the Scrambler Series goes racing under these lights here at Martinsville. They have just been brought to the iRacing.com platform not too long ago. As you can see, we are in our qualifying phases here tonight. These guys are going to go out there 2 laps or 5 minutes, so we'll use our pre-race time right here to talk about what we're going to see tonight. Yes, I've already said we're here at the famous Martinsville Speedway. The Paperclip, under the lights. This is race number 6 of the season. We have already been to the likes of Charlotte, Pocono, Lucas Oil Speedway. Looks like we've been to Texas with the trucks, the last time we've seen the trucks out onto the track. Also, we have been to the Charlotte Roval. That was just last week. We were at the Charlotte Roval. One of these drivers that are here tonight inside this race, it is the driver from north of the border. That is Max Terriel. He was able to lead, I believe it was all but, 3 laps or something. Correction, it was actually every lap he did get credited with. That's just how big of a lead that Max Terriel actually had last week at Charlotte. This week, it's going to be a little bit different for the man north of the border. He was not the quickest on the timing charts here tonight. He has not put in a qualifying lap just yet here. Well, we will find out in just a couple of moments. Still about halfway through qualifying left. And let's talk about a couple of the other drivers that have locked themselves into the championship hunt. This is how your championship standings look coming in here to race number 6. Max Terriel, he's locked into the chase. James Heater, he's locked into the chase. Tim Blum, James Skelton. Actually, Tim Blum is not. It's James Skelton, and then it would actually be the driver of the 88. Sorry about that. It looks like that's the 88 of Sean Butler. Butler is locked in. So those 4 drivers right now have a lock. Then it would actually be Tim Blum sitting in 5th. Then it's Johnson, Trevarthen, Troutman, Murdoch, Mitchell, and Joe Strano right now. That's your top 10. But we're going to take a couple more drivers than just your top 10 into the championship playoff here for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. We're also going to take the 11th, 12th, 13th place drivers. And that would be Tony Strano, Justin Gann, and Kyle Souza, because right now Souza is tied with Justin Gann for that final position. So those drivers all right now find themselves into the chase if it were to start. But Martinsville is not the final race of the chase. We still have Rockingham to get to, Chicagoland, North Wilkesboro, and the final race of the regular season, that's going to come down to the Daytona International Speedway. So there's a lot more great racing here for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series coming up here in just the next couple of weeks. So with those drivers right now having themselves locked in, we talked about it. That would be Terriel, Heater, Skelton, and Butler. There's still a lot more positions that could get locked in. The only repeat winner this season is Max Terriel. Right now, Tim Blum is the quick time here in our qualifying session along with Max Terriel. Right now, 31 drivers have shown up here to the Martinsville Speedway. It is the, call it the third largest number of drivers registered into a session this season. So race fans, I hope you're ready to go short track racing here at Martinsville because the qualifying clock is starting to count down. Right now we have 27 drivers who have taken a qualifying attempt here tonight. It looks like a couple drivers that will elect to start from the back of the field are Michael Bromley, Brian Phillips, Donald Bennett, and Doug Neal. Those drivers tonight will take the start at the rear. Qualifying is going to be officially in the books here for the 6th race of the season at Martinsville with the Gander Outdoor Trucks. This is only the second time we've got the trucks out onto the track, and let's not waste any more time. Let's take you to your Green Forest Tree Supply starting lineup. Green Forest Tree Supply is the starting lineup here tonight at the Martinsville Speedway. If you're looking to start a outside project, you need bushes, you need trees, you need to head over to the Green Forest Tree Supply. Get those spring projects already in line. Start them right now in the fall because when the spring weather comes, you're going to be ready to go outside. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting P number 1 here tonight, driving the number 10 out of Florida, this is Tim Blum. The His Outside, hailing from Canada, driving the 42 MK machine, this is Max Terriel. Starting third tonight, driving the number 18, it is the Low Line Racing 18 of James Heater. Starting fourth, going to be the Alienware, number 64, this is Jason Wells. Starting in the 5th position, driving the 88, it is Sean Butler. Prime Time Racing 94 of Corey Silva will roll off 6th. I talked to him pre-race. He said this is one of his favorite tracks on the iRacing.com platform. Starting 7th here tonight, out of Somerville, South Carolina, it's the Adventure in Pixels 01 of Richard Murdoch. James Skelton will roll the 86 off in the 8th position. Sean Single got the 914 going 9th. Starting 30th out of Virginia, it's the RB Custom Rigs Toyota, the number 30 of Justin Gann. Starting 11th tonight here on the grid, it'll be the 31 of Michael Trevarthen. Starting 12th, driving the Dirty Mo Radio, number 33, it is Eric Johnson. Starting into the 13th position, it's the 924 of Zach Mitchell. Starting 14th, 71 of Nathan Maurer. Starting 15th, the 917 of Tim Combs. Starting 16th tonight, it's the Checker Flag Auto Supply, number 941 of Rob Higgins. Joe Strano got the 43, he'll roll off 17th. 18th, gonna go to Josh Buckley in the number 2. 19th to the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. It's the number 3, Strano Brothers Racing, number 3 of Tony Strano. He'll roll off 20th. 21st, going to go to the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell, and then it'll be the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Starting in the 23rd position, it's the number 20 of Brandon Minto. Starting 24th, Christopher Rothrock. 25th, Bruce Potter in the 59. Kyle Souza going to roll off 26th. 27th, going to go to the man from Australia. He just woke up, had his coffee. It's Kevin O'Brien. 28th tonight, going to go to Brian Phillips. 29th, Michael Bromley. 30th, going to go to Donald Bennett. And Doug Neal's got the Sim Box. Number 977, scheduled to roll off 30th here tonight. That is, or 31st, that is your 31-car field here tonight. Race fans, I hope you'll like short track racing action, because this time by, we're going to light the fire here under the lights at Martinsville. The Gander Outdoor Trucks are on the speedway, and we are about to go racing in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. 200 laps will be the distance. Who will win the 6th round of the season? Green flag pending here. Green flag is in the air. We are racing for 200 laps here at Martinsville. A good start by the outside lane there. The 42 of Max Terriel will challenge for the lead out of turn number 2, and it looks like Tim Blum is not going to quite give it to him just yet. Blum going to sail off into turn number 1. We will complete the first lap of green flag competition here tonight at Martinsville, and it will be the 10 of Tim Blum leading lap number 1. 42 now falls back into that second position. A lot of drivers now have already gone into single file. You see Corey Silva, he has got that 94 machine still to the outside back there. See him right behind Jason Wells as we go on board with Wells, who is now running in 6th as Corey Silva sends it off on the high side. He's got the Prime Time Racing TV Fame Nation on board his Silverado here tonight. So far, making the outside lane work. Corey Silva will take away position number 5. Here comes Richard Murdoch, the driver out of South Carolina. Will Murdoch be able to make the outside lane work like he just saw Corey Silva do? Got the 64, though. Wells playing a little bit of a block to the outside there, so he's not going to be able to get around to the outside. Murdoch battling with the man that lives just a couple minutes down the road there on James Skelton. Looks like Skelton will hold off Murdoch for the time being. One of them going to go around into the outside wall, though, the 38. That is Brian Phillips. He has gone around. It looks like Michael Bromley looks like possibly was involved in his Bromley Designs draft top entry here tonight. They were able to keep him, well, I guess, kind of pointed in the right direction, so we do stay green flag racing here at Martinsville. 5 laps in the books. Here comes lap number 6 as everybody storms their way out of turn 4. That's Wells, actually, in the 40 or the 64. He's going to go way high down there in 1 and 2. Skelton is able to work around the bottom section of the speedway, and he will now pick up that spot. Murdoch is still sitting back there. There's the 31. That's Michael Trevarthen. He has not been able to go anywhere since the drop of the green flag. He is still holding serve strong there into the 11th position with the Kodiak number 31. But you can see there are some fender rubs on that 31 Kodiak machine. That Toyota has some rubs on the right-hand side of that truck. See it right there behind the right rear tire. Right now, though, he's still holding good. Right ahead of him, the driver of the Falcon Chevrolet. That is the 924. Or sorry, that's the Napa Know-How 924. But Zach Mitchell, he is the biggest mover so far of the night. Blum still leading here tonight as we look down upon the aerial coverage of this race brought to us by RB Custom Rigs. And, well, race fans, if you need to get out on track here at Martinsville, you need to head on over to RB Custom Rigs, get your rig built, and it can go from mild to wild, just like the racing here tonight. Here comes Sean Butler looking to the inside with his Trust Me Vaca Gen X machine. Butler has moved up 2 spots since the drop of this green flag. Butler now looking for the 2nd spot. That would make 3 spots for himself, moving Max Terriot back in position. Corey Silva also right here in the mix. He's bringing his Chevrolet to the inside. Will he be able to tag along with the 88 of Butler? Lap traffic will play a factor here within the next 5 to 6 laps, I believe, in this one. Corey Silva hard on the binders down into turn 3 and 4. Brake rotors already glowing here. There's the 18 of Heater. He was going to look down to the inside of Terriot, but he elected not to. Silva takes over 3rd. Terriot going to drop back to the 4th position. Look at the 88 of Butler, though. Hound the back bumper here of the Classics Hot Sauce number 10 of Tim Blum, who right now has, well, he had the pole, and he's, well, still holding on to the race lead here. The Trust Me Vaca machine, how generous will he be here tonight? Sean Butler, one of the quickest drivers on the Martinsville Speedway. He holds the fastest lap time in red light racing history. Right now, he's sitting there in that 2nd position. Kevin O'Brien right now, there you see the driver of the 184 Ford F-150 machine. He's down into the corner here. Right now, he is running into the 31st position. He would be the first car to go a lap down if the race leaders can get there. There you see the race leaders. They are coming, and they are coming in a hurry. Last time by for the 184, Kevin O'Brien was on 20.88. Last time by for your race leader, a 20.3. So there's a little bit of a difference in the speed right now. A couple drivers out ahead of your race leaders also trying to run side by side, try and work their way through the field because they know the race leaders are coming. That is Donald Bennett and the 39 of Phillips. Everybody has kind of single filed out and found a little bit of a groove here, completing lap number 16. We are working lap number 17 here tonight of the 200 scheduled at Martinsville. Who will be the first one to venture down to the infield here? As you see, Kevin O'Brien, he moves up out of the way of your race leaders. The gentleman moved there by the veteran of Kevin O'Brien. When we talk about who will go down to the infield first to grab themselves a hot dog, Still a very long way. It looks like Michael Bromley has gone down the pit road. He is back out there, though. He just hit the commitment cone for pit road. He was able to stay out on track with his drafttop.com. Bromley Designs, number 48. Race leaders coming up on Donald Bennett. He kind of slides a little bit out of turn number 2. Race leaders will all work to the inside. Bennett will go up out of the groove. He will not interfere with the race lead. Your race leader going to work down to the inside now here on that number 39, Mobile 1. Oh, it's going to be a big break there for Tim Blum. Lap traffic tonight will be a factor. Kevin O'Brien going to bounce it off the wall there a couple times out of turn number 2. He's going to put the Martinsville, we're calling it tearing the quarter panel off that one. Here comes Mitchell now looking to the inside on single. Will he be able to make the pass? Napa Know-How, one of the rookies this year. You see, that's why he has the 9 in front of his 24. That's going to indicate that he is a rookie this year, and right behind him, that would be Single. Single also indicating that he is a rookie this season. Those two are the highest running rookies right now here at Martinsville, and they are running in the 9th and 10th position. Some bumper cars going on back there. I believe that was the Eric Johnson machine. He just tagged the back of the 31 of Trevarthen. Right behind them also is the driver of the 71 of Maurer. Maurer has been able to move up one spot. Right behind them, the RB Custom Rigs number 30 Toyota. That is Justin Gann. Gann right now looks like he's got a little damage on the side of that RB Custom Rigs. There you see the left-hand side. The fender is wrinkled. You may not be able to tell because of the black fender, but it is definitely wrinkled as they are racing out in front here, though. Here comes the 31 of Trevarthen to the inside on single. Single, one of those drivers out of Ayer, Massachusetts. He's into the short track ranks, and oh boy, a big wheel hop there by Trevarthen down into the corner. Everybody was able to corral their vehicle and keep it under control. These trucks are not the easiest ones to drive, but now it looks like also the 30 of Gam will go to the inside of Maurer. Everybody able to get around the number 39 of Phillips there. You see him to the outside. Maurer's kind of stuck to the outside. Gainey gets around him now. Gainey will take over the 14th spot, pushing the driver out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, back to the 15th spot. Nothing's changed out front. There he is, as you see, the number 10 of Tim Blum, still continuing to lead over Sean Butler. Looks like somebody coming down pit road. Here comes the 59. Support your local police department, number 59. This is Bruce Potter. He'll make his first trip to pit road here on lap number 28. Unscheduled stop here, as I believe we're only about halfway into a fuel run for these drivers. Battle back here, though, still with Justin Gann and Single. We were talking about Single being from Ayer, Massachusetts, one of those drivers that really likes the open wheel modifieds up here in the Northeast. Short track racing kind of in the blood of the driver of that Falcon Chevrolet. Phillips still falling through the field here. See him right there in the Mobile 1 machine. He's staying to the high side here to let a lot of these drivers go by him. Just getting by him was Joe Strano, who is running into the 20th position. There you see the driver of the 43, the Green Forestry Supply number 43 of Joe Strano. He's running right now back into the 20th position. Right behind him is brother Tony Strano in the Victory Junction number 3. Strano back here into the 21st position. Looks like both Stranos right now have some clean vehicles, but they are buried way back into the field here tonight. One driver that has fallen through the field here. Not quite sure what happened to the driver out of Massachusetts, but this is Rob Higgins, the driver of the 941, the checkered flag auto supply. 941 of Higgins He has fallen 10 positions. He is running back into the 26th spot. Started up in 16th, now back to 26th on our grid. You see right ahead of him, that is Doug Neal in the sim box, button box machine. He is up 6 positions here tonight. Doug Neal is currently running in the 25th position. He did not take a qualifying time here in Martinsville. It's kind of set him behind the 8 ball right from the drop of the green flag here tonight. Doug Neal competes also on Sunday night in the Super Late Model League, trying to get some short track racing experience. He does not claim to be the fastest short track driver out there on the circuit, but he is trying to get some spots and trying to learn a little bit of this short track racing action. Talking about action, here comes action. Here comes the Dirty Mo Radio MRN. Number 33 of Eric Johnson. He will now go to the inside of Richard Murdoch. He will take the position, and that's going to force Murdoch to the outside here, and he's going to be able to actually slam the door on Michael Trevarthen as they came out of turn 2. So the driver out of South Carolina, the adventurer in Pixels. Oh, one of Murdoch is able to hold serve to the 10th position. Right now, he is down 3 spots here on this long run. We have been green flag racing from the drop of the green flag here tonight. Richard Murdoch in that 10th spot. So as we have worked 35 official laps here tonight, let's show you the drop down on the left-hand side of your screen. Find where your favorite driver is running here. 31 drivers took the green flag, and there you can see your biggest movers, shakers, and your guys who have stayed neutral, like Tim Blum, Corey Silva. He has worked his way up to 3rd, and now he has fallen back to the 6th position. Kind of just fell out of a little bit of a rhythm. You can see there's damage on the Primetime Racing number 94. Corey Silva's been into the outside wall at some point. That's what allowed Terriel, Heater, and Skelton to get on by that 94 machine. No indication of what actually happened to Corey Silva. We can only speculate that the truck kind of stepped out from underneath him, and he tagged the outside wall. Another person who hasn't gone very far here tonight. There you see that 62. That is Ethan Troutman. Started back in 22nd, still continuing to run in 22nd position. At the line, there is Tim Blum. He's been able to navigate the slower traffic here tonight a little bit better than his counterpart. There you see now getting around some lap traffic. That's the Trust Me Vodka 88 of Sean Butler. He's fallen back about 1.5 seconds off the battle. There's a pass back there for the race. I believe that might be, there it is. See it on screen. That's the 18, the low line racing 18 of Heater to the outside in his M&M's Toyota. Down to the inside, it's the Carolina Elite Realtree 86 of James Skelton. Corey Silva's right there. Jason Wells is right there. They have a huge comfort gap back to the man who's running at 8. That is Zach Mitchell. A lot of good racing here tonight at the Martinsville Speedway so far. 41 completed laps of the green flag. About a quarter of the way just about into this one. 9 more circuits around this paperclip half mile. There you see, though, Heater does give way to the drivers on the inside. He doesn't want to play any factor to that battle. So a pretty calm start to this race here tonight at Martinsville. As there you see the driver, Rob Higgins, up out of the groove in the 941 machine, trying to keep that Ford F-150 body panels on it. He doesn't want to have to go to the garage here or, well, over to the Checkered Flag Auto Supply to get some replacement parts. Higgins right now running 1 lap down into the 26th position. Race fans, we apologize for the timing and scoring glitch a little bit here for the first 43 laps of this one. There it is at the top of your screen now. We officially have our intervault back up and running a little bit behind the scenes. We were trying to get that all worked out as the 10 of Tim Blum now hounds the back bumper of the number 2 drafttop.com of Josh Buckley. Buckley currently running into the 23rd position. That just shows you your race leaders are blistering pace here tonight. They have now lapped all the way up to the 23rd position. The next driver would be Ethan Troutman. As you can hear a little wheel hop there on Josh Buckley's number 2 machine as he's back right behind the race leader of Tim Blum, trying to stay out of Tim Blum. Real easy on the throttle there for Josh Buckley as he's just trying to continue to turn laps. Troutman, though, in his Rheem Chevrolet, it looks like he cannot hold the bottom right now on this set of tires. I just taken a quick gander at it, and it looks like we're probably about 20 laps away from a fuel run. So it's just 20, about 20. I'm not saying it is 20. I'm saying it's about 20 from the numbers that I'm running up here in the booth tonight. This truck should be able to go about 71, give or take. Right now, all 31 drivers are still out on the track here tonight. Josh Buckley a little sideways down the straightaway in the draft top Ford F-150. Dustin Gainey has been having himself a pretty quiet night back here. He hasn't popped up on the radar too much as you see Justin Gannon go down into the straightaway. And when he got hard onto the binders there in turn number 1, the RB Custom Rig's got to jump sideways. Gainey going to jump sideways out of the corner. The tires may be starting to fade on the Dr. Pepper Chick-fil-A. I believe Dustin Gainey refers to that as the Lord's Chicken there on the hood of the number 15. And Forrest Gump sure does love him some Dr. Pepper while eating some of that chicken. You see the move real quick. Looks like Gainey's going to go around Gann, and Gann will just fall back into line. Still a lot of racing to go as we are officially, this time by a quarter into this one here tonight at Martinsville. Race fans, while we are here on lap 51, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing. Right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate each and every one of our followers tuning in here on a weekly basis, on a nightly basis. Without all you race fans, we wouldn't be able to bring you some of the best racing coverage on the iRacing.com platform. If it's your first time tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, get a notification anytime we bring you live racing action from iRacing.com. And as we continue to bring you this live racing action here tonight at Martinsville, Tim Blum has worked himself up to a 1.8 second gap over Sean Butler. Right now, it looks like Michael Bromley is headed to pit road. He'll be the first one to test the waters on the pit road tonight. There you see the driver of the DraftTop.com, number 48. 4 tires and fuel should be the answer here tonight for him. He will lose a lap to the race leader. He was already 1 lap down, running back into about the 25th position. Or 26th position, actually, as he came down pit road. He'll continue to lose a couple spots. Corey Silva going to do the same exact thing. Silva will bring the prime time racing entry down to pit road. The announcer, now racer, going to take it to pit road after having himself a pretty solid run here in the first handful of laps tonight at Martinsville. Nathan Maurer also will bring the Bully Dog Chevrolet down to pit road. He was running just outside the top 10. One thing about coming to pit road here on these, we'll call them on these runs, if you're on pit road and an unfortunate, nope, you know what, we're not going to go there, race fans. We are not going to jinx that one here tonight. Tim Combs coming to pit road. He has been silent all night long in the Tide ride. Can't miss him, though, in the bright colors, the orange, that neon yellow. Beautiful looking truck for Combs. He'll come to pit road. He does have a little bit of right side damage on the fenders. This is still your battle right here between Single and Gainey. They are battling as a couple of these drivers now will start to return to the racing surface here after their pit stops are done. Somebody into the wall there. I'm not quite sure who tagged the wall. We heard it through the headphones, but I don't quite see it. There's Corey Silva. He's on his out lap here. He just came out of pit road. Silva being shown in the 23rd position, 1 lap down, but you can see as those new tires drive right around the driver of the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell, he's just going to let him kind of sit back there in the mirror. Now he'll work upon the driver of Rob Higgins, and Higgins is just going to move right down. He knows he's got fresh tires. There you see Tim Blum back there. Right now, though, Corey Silva would like to see this go all the way through the green flag pit cycle. Rob Higgins has now brought his checker flag auto supply Ford to pit road. Donald Bennett continuing to sit in his pit stall. Right now he is shown in the 31st position. Kyle Souza having himself a pretty solid night. 12 positions gained currently for the driver of the number 4. Saw some pretty interesting photos that Kyle had posted over the week. Kyle becoming a little bit of a flag man up north at his local short track. It's a pretty cool thing to do. You can always find Kyle out at the short track taking pictures, writing up blogs, and little tidbits of Northeast racing. Mainly on the late model side of things and SK modified divisions. Out ahead of them, it looks like that's the 39 of Phillips. He's been having a rough go of it here tonight at Martinsville. Currently running in the 25th position. Here comes Single. He'll bring down the 914 Falcon Chevrolet. He'll come to pit road. He's just right down the road, I believe, up there up north from Kyle Souza. Almost neighbors. So Single hits pit road. We'll see where he is able to shuffle himself back out. Corey Silva is the highest running driver that had come down pit road. So it's Silva, Maurer, Combs. Those 3 drivers have all come to pit road. Here comes Joe Strano in the Green Forestry Supply entry. And this is Tony Strano in the Victory Junction number 3. Both those Chevrolet Strano Brothers Racing Stable entries will come to pit road here. Now a bunch of your leaders. Here comes Terriel, Wells, Heater, Johnson, Trevarthen, Gainey. A ton of drivers now hitting pit road here on 65. Sean Butler looks like he's been into the wall just a little bit, or another driver. He comes to pit road from 2nd. That'll leave Tim Blum out here. Oh, and a big moment there for Tim Blum. That looks like that is Phillips there in the 39 as his handling issue woes continue. Almost got into him. So now everything starts to cycle through. Right now, 5 drivers. Blum, Mitchell, Murdoch, Souza, and O'Danny have yet to come to pit road. They are playing the long run games. Here comes the 10. He's going to come to pit road. Pretty treacherous. He follows Ryan O'Danny right to pit road. As I believe that was the Wells machine leaving pit road. He almost got right into the back of your race leader of Tim Blum. So as Blum pits, that should turn something over to the likes of Zach Mitchell. Mitchell will be your race leader at the line in the Napa Know-How 924. Mitchell has yet to come to pit road, though, along with Richard Murdoch. Murdoch has yet to come to pit road. He has been a little bit down on the horsepower today. Now Zach Mitchell will come to pit road. Will Murdoch. Here comes Murdoch now. He'll slow the Adventure in Pixels 01 machine, and he'll come to pit road. Now just one other driver. It's the Ream Chevrolet, the heating and cooling of Ethan Troutman. He won't be able to lead that lap, but he will now take over the race lead. Corey Silva would be in place to possibly take the race lead here whenever Troutman decides to bring his 62 to pit road for the first time tonight. Troutman to come across the line here on lap 69. He will officially put his name into the books of leading a lap. Corey Silva right there, though. He is the 2nd place driver after the green flag pit cycles. There's the number 30 of Gann. Gann has been on to pit road here just in the last couple of laps. Oh no, did I just see one of the drivers back to pit road for the 2nd time? Zach Mitchell. Commitment cone violation. He will come to pit road and serve a drive-through. That is not what you want to see. I believe it should be a drive-through, but he might be hitting his pit stall here. That is unfortunate for the driver of the 924. He was inside the top 10. He was making his way through the field here tonight. Zach Mitchell now going to have a long way to go to possibly try and make his way back onto the racing surface. We will see where he follows back through, but Corey Silva will be officially the race leader here on lap 71. He now puts his name in the record book. But will he be able to hang on? He has about, call it, 7 lap older tires. Actually, it's going to be 12 lap older tires. He tries to stay to the outside as the sparks fly from the famed Nation Chevrolet. Silva will get passed up by Sean Butler and Tim Blum. That'll move Silva back to running in the 3rd spot. Butler now for the first time tonight will go to the race lead in the Trust Me Vodka 88. Tim Blum does have the fresher tires, though. He'll peek to the inside here. Butler not going to give him the nod, as Butler going to actually drive it in just a little hot. Will Tim Blum have the run off of turn number 2? He will look to the inside as we ride on board here for the race lead with Tim Blum. There you see the lap down car. That is Mitchell in the 924. He hits the curbing, and your race leaders go right on by him. Mitchell right now has come back out onto the speedway, running into the 24th position. Let's rip some laps here from the camera on board with Tim Blum. Deep into lap traffic. Just 2-lap difference there on the tires from your race leader of Sean Butler to the tires on the second place driver of Blum. When will the tires start to equal out for driver number 1 and driver number 2? Big move here, though, as here comes James Skelton to the inside of Max Terriel. He'll take away the 4th position, and then he'll set his sights on the driver that's about a straightaway out in front of him. It's only 3 seconds, but it is a very long 3 seconds for Corey Silva, who's out ahead of him. James Skelton running in the 3rd position. Terriel is running back into the 5th position now. James Heater is 6th. Wells is running 7th. Johnson is running 8th. Trevarthen is 9th. And Nathan Maurer rounds out the top 10. Quick move there by Souza. He's going to get around the Combs entry. That'll put Kyle back into the 13th spot. Still the biggest mover. He is up 13 positions right now. Only one other driver into those double digits on the biggest move list tonight, and that's Doug Neal in the Simbox 77. He started those shotgun to the field, so he had a very good chance of moving through the field here tonight if he was just able to keep that Simbox 77 in a good position. Doug Neal, the owner-operator of Simbox. Head on over to Facebook.com, type in Simbox/PCs, and get yourself a button box. I'm sure Doug Neal right now is working that brake bias on this 977 machine, as he's trying to dial maybe a little more rear brake into that truck. A little more rear brake for all you race fans that are tuning in and wondering. That will make the car rotate the center of the corner a little bit better. But too much rear brake here at Martinsville, that could spell a disaster also. Going into the corner could set up a little bit of a wheel hop situation, so you don't want to dial too much rear brake in it, but you still want the truck to rotate. Race leader still Sean Butler. There you can see your second place. You can hear how slow. Let's look at the speed. Drops down to about 63, 62 miles an hour into the corner for Sean Butler. About as high as about 115 down the straightaway. It's a big difference being hard on the brakes here. Nathan Maurer, he'll go a lap down. Maurer is running in the 12th position. He'll stay to the high side, and the race leaders will work around him. Tim Blum taking a peek down the straightaway, not going to be able to do it though. See a big gaggle of cars right here. Max Terriel has caught Corey Silva now for that 4th position. Silva will go to the outside and let Terriel go by on the inside. He knows he's got fresher tires. Silva going to knock down the turn 4 wall, try to extend it just a little bit. He's got a little bit of a breather about us. Well, I want to say a little bit of a breather, not much, because James Heater is coming. Heater working his way around Tony Strano right now. Look at everybody trying to work themselves through lap traffic. There's Max Terriel going around the 917 of Combs. Getting closer to the halfway point home. Everybody sticking out a line there, trying to get around that lap traffic. Peter right now running sixth. He'll get around Joe Strano and now set his eyes on that Chevrolet just out in front of him. That'll be Corey Silva. Silva was one of the first leaders to come to pit road here tonight, so he is playing the try and leapfrog a couple drivers. He was back running in the sixth position when he elected to bring his Silverado to pit road, so it's right kind of where he was before he came to pit road. He stopped on lap 53. So he's only about 10 laps away from when he could possibly be ready to schedule himself another pit stop here tonight. A big dive down there into the corner for James Heater. He's able to get underneath the Higgins Hill Racing entry. Rob Higgins right now just trying to hang on to that checkered flag auto supply Ford. He's stuck to the outside. Joe Strano is stuck to the outside too, because a whole bunch of your fast and race leaders right now are working down the bottom. There goes Wells. Here comes Josh Buckley. Buckley's actually trying to catch the Mitchell machine, who's not too far out in front of him, just a couple trucks up the road. That would be the battle for the 14th or the 24th position, actually. See Doug Neal also back here. Doug Neal trying to run down the Renaissance Nutrition machine of Christopher Rothrock. There you see Chris Rothrock out here running in the 20th position right now, the driver out of Pennsylvania. Not too far from our home studios here in Pennsylvania for the Turn 3 Racing Network. Bouncing it off the wall there. You heard the contact. It was heavy contact for the 39 of Phillips to the outside retaining wall. Kevin O'Brien still stuck to the outside in his unsponsored Ford F-150. Struggling here tonight. Not quite sure what the back bumper says of that Ford F-150. See if we can get a clarification on that machine. Trevarthen going to come down here. He'll get around the 39 of Phillips. Trevarthen right now running into the 9th position. He's been having himself just a solid night so far here as we approach the halfway point. But a solid night may not do it tonight. See a couple trucks back there kind of bobbing and weaving. That's because that's Tim Blum bobbing to the inside here on Sean Butler. Tim Blum going to retake the race lead here before the halfway point. And he's actually going to bring along the lap truck of Zach Mitchell. Glad to push Sean Butler back a little bit now. So Tim Blum now going back to the race lead. Approaching your halfway point home here at Martinsville for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. We have to give another shout out to all you race fans tuning in here tonight, watching some great racing action from the Martinsville Speedway. For more info on the RB Custom Rigs race fans, go ahead down in the description here tonight. We have a link to their Facebook page, I believe it is, or it should be their website. Get in contact with RB Custom Rigs and get out onto the track. Right now, Justin Gann, he's driving the RB Custom Rigs number 30 Toyota, and he is going to be running for his life. Because look, right back there, see that red and yellow Chevrolet? That's the race leader, Tim Blum. Cam would like to try and stay ahead of your race leader, but he's going to have to get the power down. Corey Silva to pit road here. Again, going to move to the outside. That will allow your race leader of Blum to work down on the bottom. He's going to bring Zach Mitchell along with him, and possibly the 88 of Sean Butler. Corey Silva there, though, he will bring down the Fame Nation. 94. He'll be the first one to pit road again. Now Tim Blum going to go to the inside of Michael Trevarthen. That'll leave now 7 drivers on the lead lap. as we're just over the halfway point home here tonight. Halfway marker brought to us tonight here by the Turn 3 Racing Network. Get your Turn 3 Racing Network merchandise now, race fans, while it's still in supply. In stock, we still have some shirts and stickers and koozies available to all of our race fans. And, of course, I mean, Christmas is coming. Stocking stuffers, race fans. You got to think about the racer in the family. Contact us over on Facebook.com. Tim Combs will come to pit road in the Tide Ride once again. Pits from about the 14th position, 1 lap down. So now Corey Silva came to pit road. He's back out on track. Last time by for Corey Silva. Let's check it at the line. That was a 19.3 to your race leader of Tim Blum. Was a 20.9 second lap. So Corey Silva, 1 second a lap. But you got to contemplate all the lap traffic. There you see Zach Mitchell going to get around your race leader. That'll put him at least 1 lap down now. Mitchell running 23rd. He should pick up a spot here as Tim Combs is down on pit road. Mitchell, remember, had a fast truck. I don't know if he missed his pit box or if it was the commitment cone violation, but he came down pit road and he served, it looks like it was a hold penalty, 15 seconds for Zach Mitchell. Unfortunate for Mitchell. A night that could have been a top 10 for the driver of the Napa 924. Now is going to be a try and survive and see what we can get. Tim Blum has started to open up a gap over Sean Butler. It's about a little over a second and a quarter right now. 1.2 seconds over Sean Butler. James Skelton still running in second or third. Max Terriel is fourth. James Heater is fifth. Wells is sixth. Johnson is the final truck on the lead lap right now with his number 33 Dirty Mo Radio Chevrolet. Currently running seventh. The green flag pit cycle has kind of slowed to a little bit of a trickle right now. Only a handful of drivers like Silva, Combs, Minto have all been to pit road numerous times. Looks like Bennett, Bromley, and Potter right now, all 3 of them drivers are currently out of this race here tonight. There's the Classics hot sauce machine of Blum. Here comes the checkered flag auto supply. Rob Higgins' entry. He will come to pit road here on lap 111. Checkered auto supply also announcing last week that they will be back for the SK Modified division for the Red Light Racing Series. On Thursday night, you can catch all the SK Modified racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Right now, they are between seasons and they are doing some recruiting racing. Race fans, if you're watching this here tonight and looking to get into some open wheel short track racing action with some of the best short track racers on the iRacing.com platform, head on over to redlightracing.net and enter into the Scrambler or into the SK Modified series that will be presented this season by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Trying to find where all the battles are on the racetrack, and well, you kind of really got to go all the way back here to Ryan O'Manny. He is trying to battle with Kyle Souza for the 12th position. They are both currently 1 lap down, but they are the closest racers on track to each other position-wise, and oh boy, did it get kind of hairy down there with that Silverado there, that sim box entry of Doug Neal. As now Ryan's going to go into the corner. He's going to move up the track a little bit. Kyle to the outside. Ryan trying to get the drive off and sideways for that Ford F-150. Maybe just too much power for Ryan, as Ryan's going to really drive it off there, got a little sideways. As you see, the brake rotor still continuing to glow. So Ryan will make the pass, and these two also, something happened to Max Terriel. Terriel was sideways, I'm being told, off of turn 4. Gave up that position to Heater and then Wells. So there you saw the skid marks actually going into turn 3. That was actually from the 42 of Max Terriel. So right now it's Blum, Butler, Skelton, Heater, Wells, Terrill, Johnson. Johnson is still the final driver on the lead lap, running 7th. "117 laps of green flag action here at Martinsville, pending our second green flag stops of the night. There goes the 33. He'll dive himself to pit road. Here comes Eric Johnson. It'll be the second time the Dirty Mo Radio number 33 has been to pit road here tonight. He's going to pit as the race leader was approaching him. He said, "That's enough. I can't drive the wheels off this truck anymore if I don't have any left." So Eric Johnson to pit road. Skelton going to look to the inside here of Rothrock going into turn number 1. Not a battle for position as Skelton is running 3rd. Rothrock is running back into the 19th spot. Single working his way around the number 4 of Kyle Souza. Not a battle for position either as Souza is up into the 12th spot. Single is back into 21st. At one point here tonight, Single was actually up inside the top 10. Now he's fallen all the way back to the 21st position. There's that 33, though. Service done on pit road. And that's Chevrolet. We'll get back to racing. See what kind of lap times Eric Johnson is going to be able to lay down here since he has the fresh tires tonight. Interesting to see what kind of laps he puts down compared to what Corey Silva was putting down. Nathan Maurer going to bring the Bully Dog entry, Simbox entry to pit road. He'll give up a top 15 running spot. James Heater starting to lose ground to the race leaders. Wells is starting to close in on him. Will the Alienware Logic Tech 64 make up some ground here in the late going? Wells, one of those drivers that have been around for a couple of seasons. Last season, we didn't get to see Wells out onto the racetrack very much, but he's back in action once again. Joe Strano bringing his Green Forest Tree Supply, number 43 to pit road. Looks like the Victory Junction number 3 of Tony Strano also coming to pit road. So both Stranos on pit road along with Doug Neal. I'm sure he's sitting there dialing up the sim box right now. Race leader singing a tune of 2 seconds all by myself. I know, race fans, I'm not a singer. I could be. American Idol might be coming to town one day, and maybe we're just going to try out for it. So it's Blum, Butler, Skelton, Heater, Wells, Terrill still left on the lead lap. 18-second gap, though, from Tim Blum all the way back to Max Terrill. Terrill coming up in front of him is going to be a ton of lap traffic. Dustin Gainey going to hit pit road. On board with Terrill, that's just looking out in front of him to see what he has. He's got Wells and Heater. You can see them all in this picture frame. The RB Custom Rigs number 30 of Justin Gann will come to pit road, make his second stop of the evening. Oh, big wiggle out of turn 4 as we rode on board there with Max. You heard the tire spin. Max went back to the throttle, and the tires were not ready for it. Looks like Max might come to pit road. It looked like for a moment he was going to come to pit road, but Gainey going to now dive back into pit road. I believe Gainey just came out of pit road and he went right back down pit road. I don't know if Max kind of scared him. Mad Max scared somebody back to pit road or what, but Gainey going to take the Lord's Chicken and the Dr. Pepper machine back to pit road. 3 wide racing. I believe that's the 977 of Doug Neal. That was coming out of the corner there. Corey Silva was right there. Rhino Danny was right there. They were all 3 wide, and there's the 39 back there also of Phillips. Rothrock right there in that battle also. Rothrock right now has moved himself up into the 14th position. Last time we went to a little bit of a short track and we And the Xfinity cars out. Rothrock had a big moment, and oh, he has a big moment right there as he was almost into the 18 of James Heater. Here comes the 30. That is Gann. Gann is on the loud pedal right now in his RB races. They're 3 wide again. 3 wide at Martinsville. How many times can we see 3 wide Phillips, Higgins, Rothrock were all 3 wide. James Heater looks like he's trying to come to pit road. Heater will now pull the M&M's Toyota to pit road, and boy, he was just kind of in a very hairy situation there, and it looks like he's just going to pull it right to pit road. He'll put 4 tires on here at lap 133, and then he'll try to get back at it. Not sure, maybe he's out of, is he out of gas? It looks like James Heater has ran the 18 Toyota Tundra. The low-line racing 18 out of fuel, running inside the top 5. That's going to be a big hit for him. Here comes your race leader of Tim Blum. Officially, James Heater will have to take the tow in his Toyota as he's not going to make his pit box. That's going to spell disaster for him. Skelton, Butler, all down pit road. Trevarthen also down pit road. That'll take the race lead and hand it right back to Corey Silva. There's the 88 of Butler. He comes off of pit road. He'll be behind Corey Silva, though. He'll have to run back down the prime time racing entry. Corey Silva will come by this time, though, and take the race lead. It's going to be a question of how long can he hang on to it, as Butler really is going to let that rear end of that Silverado hang out. Closes the gap, but boy, was it all sorts of out of shape going into 1. It looks like it might not even be a lap led here for Corey Silva, as here comes Butler. Silva will drag race him back to the start-finish line, and he will actually be able to hang on to leading another lap here. But Sean Butler now goes back to the race lead, and oh boy, Tim Blum still sitting on pit road. Might be a too fast entering for Tim Blum. Tim Blum now going to leave his pit stall. What a change of events here, though. Tim Blum going to go from dominating, leading over half this race here at Martinsville. Now he is 1 lap down, running in the 15th position. That changes the ballpark. Where's the 42 of Max Terriel? Taking a peek through our timing and scoring, trying to find Mad Max and where he is at. There's Mad Max running in the 6th position still. So he'll hold on to the spot that he was in before pit stops. Everybody has officially cycled back through. Just one driver having to come to pit road yet. 2 drivers, actually, that would be Richard Murdoch. And I believe Murdoch is not on the racetrack right now. Something may have happened to Richard Murdoch tonight. Somebody going around, and I believe that's going to be Tim Blum. Caution flag number 1 will fly here as the number 10, Classics Hot Sauce number 10, will go around, and that will bring out our first caution flag of the night as we were closing in on 50 laps to go. Rear end of that Classics Hot Sauce machine looks like it may have had a little bit of a help. So let's go back and watch it. Like he goes to the inside here on Tim Combs. And oh, he just actually loses it, and Combs with nowhere to go. Ooh. And then Trevarthen trying to slow down for the yellow, also involved. So that's the first yellow flag here of the evening. See if we can ride back, and let's go all board here. Riding all board with Tim Combs. There you see. Oh, you just know where he was going to go. Combs out of the Wheel Team 6B stables, trying to slow down in time. Just nowhere to go for him. A couple drivers did come down pit road and take advantage here. That is Butler, Silva, Johnson, Skelton, Wells, Terriel. They all came down pit road. Justin Gann got the Lucky Dog wave around, so he will now be able to come down with the RB Custom Rigs, get some new tires put on that, and he will rejoin the rear of the field tonight. But as we pace here at Martinsville, race fans, we're going to catch our breath up here in the studio. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing right here at the Martinsville Speedway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, as the caution lights are out, and we will go back racing. A bunch of drivers taking a wave around, but a great start by the inside there for the 88 of Sean Butler. Corey Silva not quite getting up to a good jump there, so he will actually lose a spot to Eric Johnson. Remember Eric Johnson? Yeah, in that Dirty Mo Radio 33. He was about to go a lap down, and now, actually, he did go a lap down, but he got it back right before the caution flag came out. Because there's the man who did get the wave around, Justin Gann. Some bumpers being tangled here tonight. Everybody working their way here to complete lap number 146. Closing in on the final 50 laps of the evening. Strano, that's Tony Strano you're seeing right there, the Victory Junction number 3. One of them gonna go around, that's Doug Neal. Doug Neal gonna go around, and boy, did everybody just pretty much avoid Doug Neal that is sitting down here. He'll actually take the tow directly to pit road. That could have been a very bad situation. Let's watch it back here from our drone camera provided tonight here by RB Custom Rigs. Doug just gonna loop it around, and look at Souza, look at Rob Higgins. Buckley gets run into just a little bit there. I believe that's the 39. And there you see Doug Neal in the sim box entry. He had to pull her to pit road. So that'll bring out the second caution flag here of the evening. Well, race fans, they say in short track racing, cautions breed cautions. We just saw 2 of them back to back. Wells going to come to pit road. He knows there's not a lot of trucks on the lead lap, and it looks like Terriel also will come to pit road with his 42. Everybody else looks like they should stay out here possibly. Race fans, while we work under this caution flag here, we got to thank you all tonight for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network as you watch the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing. If it's the first time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button, hit the little bell, get a notification anytime we go live, whether we're bringing you more of the RB Custom Rig Scrambler series or we're bringing you the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified series, both some of the Red Light Racing top stable divisions. We also bring you weekly shows here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Super Speedway racing action, we got you, race fans. Dirt track racing action, we got you. Short tracks, intermediate tracks, you name it, we have it right here. Weather Spring brought to you live from Al Smith, Chris Legoo, Rick Hammond, KR Stolfus, or David Whirl. We all have you covered here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And race fans, what about the racing we have seen here tonight at Martinsville? It was dominated the first couple stages of this race here by the number 10 of Tim Blum. Well, Blum's going to be a little bit closer to the front of the field right now. He'll be running into the 13th position when we do take the green flag tonight. I should say he'll restart there when we take the green flag here with just under 50 laps to go. And those laps will go quick here at Martinsville. Doug Neal still down on pit road with his sim box, number 977. Lights on the iRacing pace truck do go out, so the restart should look like this. Sean Butler to the inside, Johnson to the outside, then it's Silva, row 2 to the inside, Skelton, Gann, Wells, Troutman, Terriel, Maurer. Your top 9 drivers. 9 drivers right now on the lead lap. Green flag back out into the air. We race again. We're at Martinsville into turn 1. Johnson right there, though. He is not letting Butler get away this time. Corey Silva also right there. He will not give up in the prime time racing 94. Johnson, though, going to slam the door. Silva going to try and get a great run this time out of turn number 2. Will he be able to put the power down in his Silverado? Not going to happen. It will still be Butler, Johnson, Silva in the top 3. But look at everybody back here. Oh, somebody locked him up. Somebody into the outside wall. Troutman in the 62 machine. Did he get a little bit of help? That'd be the 3rd caution flag of the evening. Take a look back here in just a couple of seconds, see what the truck has to say about this one. Looks like the truck tells us they have it right now. Let's take a quick look at it. Troutman to the outside here. That is Mitch, or I believe that is the 924. That is Zach Mitchell down to the inside. Oh, contact entering turn 1. Sends Troutman right up into the outside wall. Rear end first of that Silverado. So tailgate first going to go in. Right on board here with Zach Mitchell. You can tell he turns that wheel 120 degree pretty much to try and stay out of the wreck, but it was too late as it sent Troutman up into the outside wall. There you see the truck is just about a foot and a half shorter on the rear end. Cautions are going to breed cautions here once again. And getting word that Richard Murdoch has lost connection to the iRacing.com server. He is trying to get back in because there are valuable points out ahead of him with the likes of Doug Neal sitting down on pit road for an extended stay. Murdoch came into the night trying to lock himself into a championship hunt. The racer has won at tracks like Martinsville. We were at Bristol just a couple seasons ago where Richard Murdoch was able to win and lock himself into the playoffs. Tonight, Murdoch came in running into the 8th position in the point standings. And now it looks like with Mitchell and both Stranos still out there on track ahead of him, he might possibly lose a couple spots here at Martinsville if he's not able to get back out onto the track. But we are working the third caution flag of the night here on 159 out of the 200 schedule. So it'll be for about 40 laps to go when we go back racing. Currently looking like it'll be 10 drivers on the lead lap. Tim Combs, I believe, was the lucky dog recipient on that one. So the driver of the 917 will get back onto the lead lap. At one point here tonight, the entire field was one lap down to the race leader. That was when Tim Blum was the leader. Tim Blum right now is down on pit road. I believe he's trying to get as much damage fixed to that number 10 as he can. And he should be able to get back out on track here as actually... Was that Blum still sitting in his pit stall? It was Blum. That is not. He is actually just down pit road now, so we're going to look to see if he can get back out on track. He was scheduled to restart 13th on the grid. iRacing.com. Pace truck will go down pit road, and we will go racing. It'll be exactly 40-lap shootout here to the end for these tailgaters tonight. Butler, Johnson, Silva, Skelton, your top three. Green flag back into the air at Martinsville. Great start once again by the driver of that Trust Me Vodka. He'll lead him down the back straightaway. And oh, a big moment there into the outside wall almost. Being hounded. Look at everybody behind him. They are hungry. Oh, big moment. Tony Strano back there out of shape. One lap back to the green flag. Max Terriot now going to go around. Terriot in the MK Medic machine. Now Tony Strano has gone around after the caution flag has come out. Fourth caution flag here of the evening at Martinsville. Let's go back and see what happens to Max Terriot, though, to bring out the fourth caution flag tonight. Just ahead of the number 30 of Gann. Gann tries to drive it in, and oh, just a slight contact there with Max, and a couple drivers know where to go. Ryan O'Danny know where to go, as he was involved in this then too. There's Tony Strano down to the inside, spun around. Over the top here, watch that number 30, watch the black 42. Slight contact here at Martinsville is all it's going to take. There you see Ryan involved. There's where Tony goes around. He goes down there into the grass and loops around the victory junction number 3. That will give Michael Trevarthen the lucky dog, so the driver of the 31 Toyota, the Kodiak machine, will come back around here, and he'll now be on the lead lap, so that'll put 11 drivers. Max Terriot, though, down on pit road. There you see him. Looks like he will actually go a lap down. As the caution flag is out here at Martinsville, though, race fans, we'll be right back here to bring you more of the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series right here at Martinsville.
most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Quick caution flag here at Martinsville. We're getting ready to go back to the racing action, and we are just over 30 laps to go here in this one, as everybody will go right back down into turn number 1. It'll be Butler, Johnson, Silva, Wells, your front couple. Kevin O'Brien going to jump out of line way out towards the back there. He's going to let everybody go on through there. You see the 10. That is Tim Blum. Blum trying to now gain some positions here. He'll be looking for the 42 of Max Terriel as his next machine. You see Terriel right here up into the thick of things. He's now got to be careful and try and work his way back through. He's got to get to the number 4 of Kyle Souza. That would be the car he is battling on track. Souza runs there in the 11th position. He is way up the speedway currently, so that is not going to be the battle for the lucky dog just yet. So it's Butler, Johnson, Silva leading us down the back straightaway. This time by, it will be just 30 laps to go here tonight in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series right here at the Martinsville Speedway. This is race number 7 of the season. Will Butler be able to win his second race? It's been a very long time since Butler has gone to victory lane. Last time Butler went to victory lane, it was the season opener at the Charlotte Oval. Last time Butler's been onto the track after a very long absence. That was just last week at the Charlotte Roval where he was able to finish 3rd. Will he be able to pick up a win here tonight? Still 29 laps to go as this is the battle. Here comes Gann. Gann was a lap down at one point with the number 30 RB Custom Rigs sponsored entry. Now he's up to 5th. There you see Wells, that's Troutman, Combs. They're all on the lead lap. Combs back on the lead lap after spending half the night tonight, 1 lap down. He was 4 laps at one point while we were racing under the green flag conditions. Now he is back into a possible contention spot a little bit farther back in the field here. There you see, oh, that's Terriel to the outside of Joe Strano. Terriel going to go way up the track into the outside wall, and he'll actually give the position. That's actually not a position, but he'll give up the battle for the time being to the 3 of Strano. There is Brandon Minto back here. He is a little bit down tonight on the power factor. The Barstool Sports Miller Lite entry. Minto back here running into the 20th position. I think his brother, the other Minto, would be able to do that. Right now, though, Corey Silva hounding the Dirty Mo Radio number 33. The laps are counting down here tonight. We ride on board with Eric Johnson. You see Corey Silva. Silva's able to really drive it off into the corner, but James Skelton is right there with just 25 laps to go. Silva trying to have himself a great run here on Monday night. It's been a short entry so far this year for Corey Silva. He only ran in 2 races. He ran at Texas, the Oval, and Charlotte, the Roval. It was a 5th and a 7th, so very solid numbers for Corey Silva. The question being, though, can he finish in the top 3 with some of the best like Butler and Johnson, Skelton, and Gann all around him, ready to pounce and pull this rookie's chain? "23 laps to go, and there you see your front 4. They have pulled out now to just about a slim 2.5 second gap over this battle for 5th between Gann and Troutman. Just behind them, that's Maurer right there. Maurer is trying to hold off the 4. It's not the battle for position. Maurer's on the lead lap running 9, and that's the 4 Kyle Souza. Souza just 1 lap down right now, running in that lucky dog transfer position. He's got a very quick Chevrolet here tonight. Just unfortunately getting trapped a lap down and has not been able to work his way back up. Talk about Zach Mitchell. It's been the highs of highs for Mitchell, running 7th here tonight at one point, and now all the way back to 14th. At one point, he was 26th. Multiple laps down from the driver of the 924. That rookie had a very strong Napa know-how parts truck. Now he just has to finish it off here and take and salvage what he can get the rest of the way at Martinsville with just 20 laps to go. Tim Blum just out in front of your race leaders. He was in the 13th position. Remember, he was your leader at the halfway point home tonight. And then he had to come to pit road, and then he took a spin. He's still 1 lap down to the race leaders. He'll go another lap down to Sean Butler. It just shows you how fast now that Butler machine is over the wounded Classics Hot Sauce number 10. It's still Johnson, then Silva, then Skelton. Oh, a big block, big bump down into 3. Troutman blocks Wells down the back straightaway, and Wells gives him the old chrome horn here at Martinsville. He's going to give him another block. This time, Wells going to back off just a little bit. And this is the battle for the 6th and 7th spot. Troutman has it. Wells wants it. Wells does have a fast Alienware machine, but Troutman here knowing that the laps are counting down, if he could just hold the 64 at bay, it'll be a 6th place finish for Troutman. He also knows Justin Gann is just out in front of him. Justin Gann going to work to the inside here in the RB Custom Rigs Toyota. That is the number 10 Classics Hot Sauce machine to the outside of Blum. They will work around Blum, so Gann, Troutman, Wells all get around Blum. It'll be Tim Combs now in the Tide Ride trying to get around us. Corey Silva with a big block there to the inside of trying to block out Skelton, trying to keep him back there. They worked around the lap down truck. That was Kevin O'Brien. Right now sitting down on pit road getting some extensive repairs. That is the number 2 drafttop.com with Josh Buckley in the Simbox entry 977 of Doug Neal. Caution flag out on the speedway. Looks like Tim Blum has gone around. That'll bring out our 5th caution flag with just 13 laps to go. That's really going to throw a monkey wrench into a lot of factors here tonight. Oh, Tim Blum's motor expired. So Tim Blum's motor going to expire off turn 4 and just cannot get it back to pit road. And now, pit stops. Your race leaders all coming to pit road. Butler, Johnson, Silva, Skelton, Gann, Troutman, Maurer, Trevarthen. All will come to pit road here. 4 fresh tires probably going to be the way for a lot of these drivers. Let's watch the 88 of Butler as he comes to a rest in his pit stall. Right sides are going on his truck. Right sides are going on Corey Silva right behind him. Butler down and away. 2 tire stop. 2 tire stop for Butler. 2 tire stop for Johnson. 2 tires for Skelton. It's going to be 4 tires for Corey Silva. Could that be the race-winning move right there? A couple drivers do stay out here, though. It looks like your race lead will now be handed over to Wells and Combs. Both those drivers staying out here. So it's Wells and Combs, Butler, Johnson, Skelton, Silva, Gann, Troutman, Trevarthen. And then Maurer. Kyle Souza should be the lucky dog here under this 5th caution flag of the evening. Race fans, we know it's closing in on under 10 laps to go here, and we appreciate you watching the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. You want to get out here onto the iRacing.com platform? I know you do, race fans. You really enjoy the racing action from behind the scenes? Well, how about you get into the cockpit? Head on over to RB Custom Rigs and get your race rig set up. From mild to wild, they can get you that 3080 graphics card. It's a big boy, race fans, and it is now available over at RB Custom Rigs. Head on over there, tell them that Red Light Racing sent you. And of course, we thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the great racing action here tonight, which is being put on by Red Light Racing. You can catch Red Light Racing right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Monday night. Also, you can catch them right back on Thursday night. The off-season right now for the SK Modified Series, but you can get into their recruitment series on Thursday nights. Head on over to their Facebook page and get all the updated information. You can also find them at redlightracing.net. But the lights do go out on the pace truck. It looks like Wells will elect the outside lanes, putting Combs down to the bottom. And then it's the 2-tire trucks of Butler and Johnson. 2 tires for Skelton, 4 tires for Silva, 4 tires for Troutman and Gann and Trevarthen and Maurer and Souza. So this is going to get crazy, race fans. It'll be 8 laps to go. If you aren't in front of the TV right now, you're about to miss a great finish here at Martinsville. Coming into the restart zone, 9 laps to go, 8 laps at the line, and a great start by Wells. Combs going to spin the tires, and oh, Butler's going to punt the 917 right out of the way, and it's going to be Calamity Corner down here, turn 1. Butler just shoves the slower car out of the way in turn number 1, and that's going to put 2 of them up against the outside wall, Maurer and Wells. That's probably not how they all drew that one up, but that's going to bring out the 6th caution flag of the evening. 2 drivers on the front row there were Combs and Wells, and both of them had themselves a pretty good start, but down into the corner, Butler just sailed it off. Let's watch it back, though, and watch this right from the green flag. Best angle of the night. As we'll have to get our camera operator to be able to actually operate this drone camera footage for us. It looks like the 31 also getting involved with Trevarthen. Now we have the proper footage to show you. There you see Combs did spin his tires a little bit. And then Butler right into the back bumper. Going to take Eric Johnson along with him. Maurer just comes to a complete stop. There you see Tim Combs. He actually pulls away with the smoke bellowing out the back. On board here now with Sean Butler. Oh, right, just right into him. So now a green-white checker attempt going to come with Butler, Skelton, and Silva. Silva, remember, still on those 4 tires, but he did get some damage in that wreck. So this will take us to a green-white checker attempt here. As the 31 of Trevarthen is actually trapped behind the iRacing.com pace truck, so he is on the lead lap, but he's trying to get back around. They will get to be released, so it will be Trevarthen, Souza, and Maurer all getting their wave arounds here to get back behind the rest of the field and stay on the lead lap. Their Knights, though, went from having a chance to done here. They won't be in contention. It will be Butler, Skelton, Silva, Gann, Troutman, Johnson. As Johnson's down below, he might be coming to pit road. Wounded 33 goes from inside the top 5 to now out of this event. Three laps to go. Now Sean Butler going to lead us into turn number 1. Corey Silva going to make the dive down to the inside. Nowhere for Silva to go. He's going to have to just try and get to the inside here on James Skelton. He's got the 4 tires. Can he clear Skelton here by the time they take the white flag? Will he be able to go after Sean Butler? Silva going to take second. Now can he just have 2 more laps as the white flag tonight presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply is in the air. Final lap here at Martinsville. It's going to be Sean Butler. Oh, Skelton going to get taken out. It's going to be Butler, though, coming across the line. Silva, Gann, Trevarthen. And then I believe it's Trevarthen Souza. As it's chaos on the front straightaway. So Sean Butler will win here on a 2-tire stop and a shootout. Let's go back and watch the white flag here. Right after the Trust Me Vodka 88 burns them down on the front straightaway, we will go back and watch the final lap. Let's go back here. Let's watch this final lap. Watch behind your race leaders. The battle for third. There's the 62. Troutman going to come to the inside. And oh, he gets a bump from Justin Gann. And then he goes down, hits the curbing, and up into Skelton, Rhino Danny, Joe Strano. Higgins going to go around. Max Terrill bobbing and weaving through there. Calamity at the end of this one, race fans. Boy, I don't know about you, but that was intense at the end of this one. Sean Butler is your winner with Corey Silva sitting in second. Third will go to Justin Gann. So we will step away here for just a moment from the Turn 3 Racing Studios. We'll bring you your Renaissance Nutrition post-race show. Welcome back, race fans, here to the Martinsville Speedway. You're watching the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, and we have officially finished 200 laps here at Martinsville, and we have a winner tonight with us. This is your post-race show brought to us by Renaissance Nutrition, and your winner tonight is Sean Butler. Butler, a little bit of a rough one towards the end here for the guys out of the Trust Me Vodka camp. How did this race play out here at Martinsville in your eyes?
Well, first of all, I gotta apologize to those guys that, I on that restart there, I almost ran over that, I can't remember, I think it was Tim Combs. I almost ran him over coming when we took the green, and then when we went into the corner, he just hit the brakes way harder than I was prepared to hit it, and I had nothing I can do to prevent from running into him. So I apologize for all those guys that happened to. And then, just playing second fiddle to Tim, man, he was, Tim Blum was awesome tonight, and tried to do some strategy there on that last pit stop, and took 2 tires to loosen it up, and he got speeding, and then he got wrecked. So that's the reason why I was up front trying to fight for the win.
Yeah, but it will be another win here for you, Sean, on the Monday night circuit of things. This is going to be 2 wins this season. That's 2 out of 3 events you have registered here with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. You know, you are only the 2nd driver of this season to put those 2 wins next to your name. Your other competitor, Max Terrell, having some issues here tonight. What does it mean to you, though, to have 2 wins and now puts you next to the great Max Terrell?
It's anytime you're mentioning next to Max, because Max is one of the greatest we got here. There's a lot of great drivers, so if you can notch more than 1 win in a season, it's just already a great season. I feel like I could have competed. I know Max was pretty much a shoe-in for Pocono. I remember people talking about it, but I missed the last season's Pocono race where I felt like I had a chance at it, and again, this one. So I know it'd be nice to be able to make every race. Unfortunately, this season again, this wasn't meant to be with some family emergencies. So, yeah, I'm just here trying to get some wins, trying to make up for those 3 races I missed, and hopefully I can keep racking them up and get some good momentum going into the chase. And I'm not really optimistic about the final race of the chase.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that just yet, Sean, because we're still here at Martinsville. And once again, congratulations to you. Who do you got to thank, though, on this 88 crew here tonight at Martinsville?
I got to thank all my teammates over at Need for Speed, James and Josh. DJ, unfortunately, thinking about him, he can't make it, because he's a police officer. So he's just been real busy, as you can imagine now. And so we just think about him. Hopefully everything's good with him. And got to thank you for doing these broadcasts. I know I love going back and watching them. I'm sure a bunch of other guys watch it. And then thank the admins for doing this. Thank RB Customs for coming on. Got to thank my sponsors. Why can't I remember it now? Wow. Trust Me Vodka. Brains fried. You know how it is after Martinsville, man. Yeah, Trust Me Vodka is coming on board with us over at Gen X Racing. Look forward to being out here every week, putting a good showing on for them. So look forward to coming out next week.
There you hear it, race fans. Your winner here tonight at Martinsville after 200 laps. It's going to be the driver out of Ohio. That is the 88 of Sean Butler. He wins tonight here at Martinsville, but close second for another driver. It may only be his 3rd race of the season, but Corey Silva, it's going to be a 2nd place finish. It looked like you could have been the driver in the catbird seat here tonight, taking those 4 tires at the end of this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think I stole this one. I should have probably finished 6th or 7th before all the cautions hit. But yeah, I had those 4 tires, but I got sandwiched in that big wreck, so it kind of evened out at the end. But I mean, I thought I was going to get 6th or 7th tonight, so walk away with a 2nd. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, but a 2nd place finish and a chance to run down Sean Butler at the end of this one. You had 4 tires. Did you know he had 2 tires on that 88 truck there on that final restart?
Yeah, it's few cars that were on the lead lap. I was really surprised they even bothered taking 2. So I thought, all right, 3rd on the inside, I'm going to be good. But then I got all that damage, and I'm like, all right, let's just finish off with what we can and, keep the good top 5.
Yeah, you exactly did that, and not, you're not a seasoned veteran here on a Monday night. This is only the 3rd start of the season. You've, been able to battle with these guys, and now finally being put up onto the podium. It's got to feel pretty good for that primetime racing camp out there. How do you feel, though, leaving Martinsville? We're going to head to another little bit of a short track. We're going to head to the famous Rockingham Speedway. And, well, we're going to throw another twist at you, Corey. We're going to head for the first time ever in Scrambler Series history. We will whip out the old 1987 NASCARs.
Well, that is complete news to me, so we'll have to work on that. But, yeah, I've just been out of the loop racing, my broadcast career back in the day. I'm out of the loop racing, so I got to learn this tire model. It's totally different than it was last year, so every week I'm getting a little bit better. So we'll put some laps in and see what we can do.
Well, Corey, a great job here tonight making everybody that's up in the broadcast world know that we possibly still would be able to drive some of these machines here tonight. But it's 2nd place for you. Who do you got to thank on this 94 machine?
Primetime Racing, Fame Apparel, Rapid Fire Graphics, you for the broadcast, and of course, Richard and Josh for the league.
Well, there you heard it from the driver out of the Primetime Racing stable. Corey Silva will finish second here tonight at Martinsville. Thought he might have been in the catbird seat taking those 4 tires, but Sean Butler just had enough left in the tank to outrun him. Finishing third here tonight, and boy, has it been a long time coming. Justin, a third-place finish with the series sponsor on the side of this Toyota. Where'd you come from?
Well, I'd like to ask that question myself, because this is the last track I feel I would be on the podium here. It was a fun race for sure, very clean. Except for the end of the race there, had some unfortunate events happen that put me in third, but I'm glad to be here.
You're glad to be here. Tell us about tonight's race. You weren't looking forward to Martinsville, even though the speedway is not very far from home for you down there in Virginia. But tonight, it's a very short track, and tempers do flare. You found yourself multiple laps down at one point. How were you able to keep the heat inside the helmet and drive back to a podium finish?
Yeah, I guess I just got lucky, being laps down and coming back from that and to finish in third is pretty amazing. Just had a bunch of lucky breaks, I think. I definitely didn't expect to be in third. Once I seen I was on the lead lap and in the top 5, I was like, this would be nice to get a top 5. That was my goal. I know I didn't have it for the win, but I was shooting for that top 5.
Now, you also elected to put 4 tires on under that final yellow here tonight. Did you think that 4 tires were definitely going to be the way to go, unlike a couple of the other drivers out there that took 2?
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought going 4, I couldn't go wrong. I couldn't fall too far back, so I figured whatever I fell back on, I'd be able to pick up pretty quick. So it tended to work out for me with the cautions that came about. But yeah, I've taken 2 before, and it's never worked out for me. So I'm going 4 every time.
Well, tonight, those 2 tires do work out for you. Now, Justin, you did hear us just tell Corey Silva we were headed to Rockingham, so it's back-to-back short tracks here on a Monday night. How do you think next week will go, as you will be, for the first time on Monday nights, going to the 1987 Ford Thunderbird and the 1987 Monte Carlo?
I can tell you right now, I've been in that car twice, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be wild. They're definitely fun cars to drive, but I don't know if I'm gonna have the handling for it. So we'll see. It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, tonight's going to be a great night points-wise for you, Justin, and it's your first podium of the season. Who do you got to thank here tonight on this number 30?
I definitely got to thank Rick Bill over at RB Custom Rigs. If you guys are looking for a custom-built PC, he's the man to go see. So definitely got to give a shout-out to him. Give a shout-out to Josh for putting on an awesome league. We have tons of good races over here and a bunch of good guys. And thank you, Roger, up in the booth.
Well, there you heard it from your third-place finisher tonight, Justin Gann out of Virginia, gonna podium here in his home state. And, well, he also parks the series sponsor tonight on the podium. RB Custom Rigs is your Scrambler Series sponsor, but your post-race show sponsor is Renaissance Nutrition. We got to thank all the guys over there at Renaissance Nutrition, especially Mr. Christopher Rothrock here tonight for being our post-race show. Race fans, what a wild one it was here at Martinsville. 145 laps of green flag racing action before we had our first caution flag of the evening here at Martinsville. Well, you think Martinsville, you already don't think that you're getting long green flag runs like we have seen here tonight. We had seen almost 3 full cycles of green flag pit stops. That just shows you the talent and the skill level here on Monday night with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. And we're going to take that talent and we're going to head to Rockingham. Probably one of the most treacherous, hardest, grueling tracks on the circuit. The circuit was scanned well after, I believe it was 3 years after the Rockingham Raceway had closed down. They had to shut the doors. The funding wasn't there. But iRacing came in and they still scanned the speedway, letting it live on right here onto the iRacing.com platform forever. So we will not only take the old surface from the rock, we will also take the old mean machines from 1987, put it in a time machine. We're going to travel back from 2020 back to 1987. Some of these drivers that you saw on the field weren't even born back in 1987, but they will have the chance to relive the glory days of NASCAR. You can catch all that racing action right here next Monday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's not all the red light racing action that we have for you race fans. We also have the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. That is coming back. Yes, you heard us talk about it just a little while ago during the middle of the race. They are in their recruitment phase. Race fans, if you're into short track racing action, banging wheels and open wheel competition at some of the finest short tracks all over the country, you need to head on over to redlightracing.net and you need to get yourself registered for some great short track racing action. That's always covered right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But for everybody at the Turn 3 Racing Network and everybody over at the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, we thank you for tuning in here tonight. We hope you enjoy the show from the Martinsville Speedway. And until we see you next time, race fans, stay safe.